Hey everybody, Jim Chester here, Chiro Hustle here at California Jam. This is year number 13. I have Jon Wise here with me. You came all the way out here from where?
Las Vegas, Nevada.
Right on. And how many of these have you been to?
This has got to be my 10th, maybe my 11th Cal Jam.
Why do you keep coming back?
Honestly, I love the energy. I love the vibe. I love the message that Billy puts out. You know, it's probably the best friggin' rock party in the face of this earth. I mean, name one other seminar that you can go to where you get a TED Talk format between some of the greatest minds in the profession, outside of the profession, in between a series of speakers, they bring out live rock bands.
And one of the things that you do here is you bring your family, right?
Correct. My wife comes, my daughter mostly comes. This is the first year my daughter's not here. And then I've got my office manager, who is my wife, and then I've got my front desk girl.
Why do you think it's important for teams to join their docs at these events?
There's so much information that's passed, not only just for the doctor, but also for the staff. I mean, honestly, Billy's vision is he wants to open up Cal Jam to the world. He wants to open up Cal Jam and the philosophies of Cal Jam to every single person, not just doctors. You know, so why can't we invite our family? Why can't we bring our office staff? Why can't we bring our friends, our families? Why can't we throw out invitations to people in the community just to be able to make the drive and come to Cal Jam?
Yeah, and one of the things is if you didn't make it here to Cal Jam 2020, go over to caljam.org and you guys can watch a live stream of the event on that website, and you should join the Cal Jam Network. Cal Jam Network, $7 a month, and it gives people access to this Cal Jam and all of the previous Cal Jams too. And you know, coming out here for about 10 of these things, how important it is for people to watch what's been happening out here with Billy DeMoss and Mary Jane.
Absolutely. Every year you've got a similar message, but you have a different message. You've got similar speakers, but then you got different speakers. And it's one of those things that you've got to come to an event like this to get fired up, to get back into your practice, and then just start rocking with all the extra positive vibes and the positive energy.
And that's just it. Like, one of the things I wanted to touch on that I haven't talked too much about is the culture. What they've done here is built a culture. Like, it is an actual culture. You were talking about going to that dinner event last night and like being a part of like the speakers like gala. Like, when you get a chance to see like the names that they bring to the stage that you can actually go and like meet firsthand, that's pretty cool, right?
Oh, absolutely. Last night we had Dr. Sherry Tenpenny was at my table. You know, I mean, you want to talk about a positive force in healthcare today. She is such a massive positive force. She has been on fire since day one of her career, and especially since she started noticing tons of different types of vaccine injuries. She has been dwelling and throwing herself into the research to prove and to document that, yes, there are risks associated with vaccines. And hey, maybe if there's risks, we should leave it up to the parents to choose whether or not they should or should not vaccinate their kids.
Yeah, and I think that's a really important thing is about the difference between chiropractic and healthcare. And a chiropractor is actually producing like, what did you say earlier when we were talking? Like, it's about like influencing the nervous system. It's not just about neck pain and back pain.
Correct. I mean, a lot of people think that chiropractic is all about neck pain, back pain, but honestly, chiropractic is not about neck pain, back pain. We're great with neck pain and back pain. We know this. But every time that we adjust somebody, we actually stimulate the nervous system to function better. The nervous system functions better, the body functions better. And thankfully, we now have research that's done by the New Zealand Chiropractic Research Association, Heidi Havocks over in Australia, and they're doing functional MRI scans pre and post adjustment and seeing that there's a huge difference in how the brain is orchestrating and controlling the body.
And that's just it, is it's science, philosophy, and art.
Yes.
And that's the beautiful thing about chiropractic is it stands on those, the triune, I believe they call it. And so did you always have deep-rooted principles when you were like going through chiropractic school, or did you have to learn that elsewhere?
Well, ultimately is throughout chiropractic school, I got deep rooted principles, from the people that I associated with. It wasn't always the case. Early on, my dad was a paramedic. Okay, he owned an ambulance company. My mom was a registered nurse. It was ingrained medicine in everything that we did. You get hurt, there's a pill. You get sunburnt, there's a lotion. There's always something for any level of symptom. And as a direct result of that, I was always sick, I was always in pain, and I was always taking pills. And it really wasn't until high school where I got my first adjustment. And that chiropractor, even though he only taught me about pain, and chiropractic can improve pain, I started noticing that my immune system actually started getting better. I stopped getting sick. I started realizing that, hey, school became a breeze. I no longer needed to study, and I'm getting straight A's. But even at that criteria, that stance, I never even knew chiropractic was contributing to this. It wasn't even until years later, I was in college, and I actually met someone who taught me, the vitalistic mechanisms of chiropractic, all about the wellness concept. And that young lady shifted and changed my paradigm, and I knew I had to go into chiropractic because of that. Initially, I was bred, I wanted to become a cardiologist. I took every class I could, I became an EMT. At some point in time, it was geared towards going to med school. But because of that pivotal point of learning what chiropractic, the true meaning of chiropractic was about, that's when I knew I had to go to chiropractic. And so I went to Cleveland, LA, and ultimately, spent the 4 years at Cleveland, LA working on my doctorate. And I got fired up with chiropractic mainly because of the philosophy, the history that we learned from Cleveland at the time, but most importantly, all the seminars that I went to. By the time I graduated, I had so many seminar hours logged that the average doc 15 years out in practice would have had. But I lived in seminars. I went to Parker seminars. I went to Cleveland conferences. I went to Master Circle. I learned how to run a business even before I was physically out of school.
So now that you are where you are today and you got dipped in the big idea while you're walking across campus of going to pre-med school, what's your favorite part about being a chiropractor?
My favorite part is honestly, it's getting my hands on kids. I've got an ICPA fellowship. I'm one of 2 docs in all of Vegas that has one. And I am one of the go-to people for anything related to kids in Vegas. And to be able to see a kid, a child with autism, ADHD, behavioral disorders, and all of a sudden you start adjusting them. And the moms are coming back and says, oh my God, they're starting to speak. Their eyes are starting to open back up. They're actually starting to respond. They're getting healthier, okay? That to me is what drives me. And that is what I look forward to every single day in practice, to see these little to big miracles, and especially hearing from what the parents are telling me.
So to you, it's not about neck pain, back pain anymore?
No, my office is, for the most part, it's a family wellness center. Most of my patients have been patients for years. I do accept new patients, but traditionally I'm accepting kids. I'm accepting pregnant moms, nursing moms. Usually, if you're another adult, you have to be related to the kids in my practice.
Awesome, man. Well, is there anything I didn't ask you that you'd like to share with the audience today?
That's a good thing. We covered a lot of topics. But honestly, we're here at CalJam. So if I can say one thing, is get your butts to CalJam. If you have not been to CalJam, I would strongly urge you to come to CalJam. Every year, Billy throws out this cool promo, at the end of CalJam for the next year. And this is the early bird price. We have bought the early bird price every single year. You save a bunch of money. We book all of our hotels for the next year this weekend, in which we save more money. And like I said, CalJam is the event of the year that we always look forward to. It's the event that we get inspired, that we get energized. so that way we can get back into practice and continue the work of seeing more people and helping people.
Awesome, man. Well, I just want to give you a big hug. Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for attending Cal Jam. Thank you for loving the things that I love. And I just want to go ahead and let you guys know, if you did not make it to Cal Jam 2020, go over to caljam.org. You guys can watch the live stream that's happening here for the rest of the weekend. And go get on the Cal Jam network. It's like watching chiropractic TV from your home. And like Jon was saying, go over there and get the early bird registration price. It doesn't get better than that. And like I always tell people, what gets planned gets done. So if you guys wanted to come and like rub shoulders with some of the greatest minds in the chiropractic profession and outside of the profession, come out here to Cal Jam 2021. And with that being said, I'm going to tell you guys one thing. You guys are just one story away. Keep hustling. We'll see you guys on the next one.